This channel is dedicated to people under 25 on how to get you some life structure. You gotta want to comment on anything or you want me to discuss the topic, be sure to leave a comment and I'll get right back to you. Today I'm going to discuss real quick of leaving the gang. The first thing, don't never join no gang. Don't never join no gang. You your own gang. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Only people you care about who think about is the people who love you, which is probably your parents. And then after that, your grandparents, maybe your aunties, brothers, sisters, and if you feel they don't worry, they do. And the ones who don't worry. The thing about life, you can't worry about what everybody else think about you because that'll be your downfall. I watch a lot of YouTube. I see 50-year-old men on here talking about their gang, and all that, but they're not successful in life. They're just trying to make some money. Like we all need that because when you under 18, you don't know nothing. You haven't lived on your own. You haven't did anything. That's why I dedicate most of my stuff to under 21. You can go to 25. But if you want to get out, stop hanging out. Stop hanging out. You don't hang out with nobody to prove not, you know what I'm saying? If you want to hang out with some guys who going to school, go to the military, get you some education. Because at 18, you don't know nothing about life. You don't even know Bill yet. Because once you start messing with Bill, he don't never stop coming. And then the Uncle Sam gonna come, my uncle, and he get his off the top. And if you don't pay him off the top, he gonna come get it. That's why a lot of people choose the street because they think they could beat their uncle. But the uncle gonna get it if you don't pay him up front, he gonna get it in the end. So you might as well pay up front. So that's what my channel is dedicated to. You know, I'm 50 plus now, and I'm established in 1971, and these are my opinions on the things that's going on out here in the world. Because I'm a 20th century baby. You know, most of us who are over 50, we 20th centuries. You know, I'm talking about living, growing up. Some of y'all born in the 20th century, but y'all wasn't growing up. All you 21st century, and that's all I see. A lot of these 21st century, they get all bad information. They're getting poor information from people who haven't. If you want to leave a gang, you don't have. They don't have to broadcast to everybody. Hey, I'm leaving. I gotta go. Just ease away. If you watch some of the old videos, I recommend some, or I'll put some clips of different videos there. Say whatever happened to such and such. I don't know what happened. They can't even find him. Not because they're looking for him. They just say he used to do all this kind of stuff, but he disappeared. He probably out somewhere with a family living good. People disappear. You don't have to participate in the activity and don't use all these drugs. Don't use drugs. If you smoking a blunt, don't smoke blunts. Smoke you a small joint in a bed, you good. When I grew up, that's all we needed. I can give me a beer. I was drinking that C-Mac BS because I was young and in that environment, but that don't drink that, that'll kill you, you know. But you drink that, you smoke a joint. If you sitting back smoking blunt, all you doing is spending money, especially if you ain't got money. You know, get you a little job. If you want information on jobs, like I said, I recommend at 30 years old, go to the railroad because they always got a pension. You get in there, but you belong to them, but they're gonna take care of you. I worked there for some years. The water plant, you can get in there at any age, and that's a good career job because it's mostly government jobs, and that's any age. It don't matter. I got a book. You can get this book online. All you got to do is correspondence, and you can get a job. Make it not probably start out, but as time progress, you'll get up to 100,000 a year, and the certificates you get are useful all over the world, not just the United States. You can go overseas. I knew a dude. He went overseas, and he was making 250 a year. But when he came back in the United States, he had to, the uncle wanted some. He had to declare that part that the uncle wanted, unless you just gonna stay overseas. I done had my fair share of jobs. I didn't start getting decent, good jobs till I was 40. because I was young and they'll make it when they do those applications and they go through it. Remember, you competing with all the other 100 people. When you say, "Oh, I filled out 100 applications, I didn't get the job you wanted," it's 100 other people filling out the job too, especially if it's a good job. It's a numbers game. Everything in life is math. It's numbers. You can't be out here just like, "Oh yeah, this how this go." Come on, man. Use your brain. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't graduate high school on time. Don't never drop out of high school. That's the first. It don't matter. Don't say they ain't teaching you nothing. If you ain't learning nothing, go talk to your teacher. Go talk to your teacher. Hey, I ain't learning that. Now, some stuff you're not gonna learn there. Learn your math. Learn how to speak correct English. When you go on the street, you can speak how you want. But when you go on to travel in the world, you got to speak a certain way. So that way people can understand you. When you hear a foreigner talk on the phone and they speak in English and it's annoying, that's how you sound. Even though if you used to hang around people, they all talk all blah blah blah, or you feel me, and you can't speak like that. You got to speak like, hey, you got some sense. When you go wherever else you go, you can talk how you want to talk. Use your brain. Use your brain. And it's not talk. You're supposed to say speak. You can speak how you want to speak. Not supposed to say talk. I learned that when I was young, but But I'm just giving out advice to young people, because I got some free time and there's some advice I can give you. If you got something you want to ask or say, leave it in the comment. Leave some comments. If you in the streets, get out the street. Ain't nothing in the street. It leads to a dead end. And there's plenty of people that could tell you. And a lot of these guys you see on the internet or wherever, they at the dead road. They at the dead road. Even though they on here, they showing whatever, they at the dead road. I'm gonna try to show you how to avoid a lot of paths. You're not gonna get rich quick if you're not on here learning how to do some stocks, bonds. Hey, if you even got a little cheap job, 10%. Always put your 10% up first. You know, I forgot the name of that book, but 10% of your whatever check you get, you take that 10% off top and you put it up. I don't care where you put it, in a savings account. I recommend put it like in a bond, or you could take it out, put it in cash, and put it up somewhere. Don't never use that money. If you got 401k, get all the matchings. Whatever matching on the 401k, get that. You know and I recommend 10% on that, even if it ain't matching, and put it in the S&P. And if you at a good company, get all the stock you can get because usually they got all the free stock or they got discount for the employees. You get that and let it build up. And like I said, if you go under 25 or 21, sit back and just keep working. Time gonna pass no matter if you in the street or you ain't in the street. It's not gonna come. You're gonna be working, time gonna be passing, and in the meantime, you're gonna be learning, you're gonna be growing. You know, if you still at home, that's good. Don't rush to get out here and pay no bill. But eventually, I'm saying mostly for the guys, you're gonna have to be a man. You're gonna have to get out here on your own. So I'm gonna put up like a piece of paper that's gonna show, hey, you gotta have a breakdown of your bills. What you gonna have to pay your rent. You might have a little car. You gotta have food. The main thing that you got to have, not the things you want to have. You can't be dressing all fresh and fly. I'm talking about the things you need to survive out here. You're gonna need a phone. I mean, for communication, because that's how you gonna have a job and all that. But these are just some small things, and that's what my channel's about. And you want to get out the street, just get out the street. You don't need no permission slip, nothing. You don't need a permission. You don't need to ask no. You don't have to tell nobody. You know. Now, if it's in your household, then that might be different. But my first recommendation is don't get involved. Don't get active, because active ain't gonna get you nothing but more problems than you already got. Forget all the movies and any real OG, and the OG to me, this is only pertaining to the West Coast, because OGs, they would be like 70. 60s to 70s. Those is OGs. And then you got all the other rankings under that. In Chicago, we don't use that. And I grew up on the West Coast and I grew up in Chicago in the 80s and the 70s, you know. So a lot of this 21st century stuff, this new stuff. But y'all got the whole internet. Everything that we used to have to do manually, y'all got the easy way. But y'all out here wasting time, you know. I see the rappers on here going to jail. Everybody want to rap. They want to come. They want to come and get that big money so they could. It's really to show everybody else. Look how much money I made. Look how much money I made. Look, that's why you see everybody on the internet with the big stack. They want to show. Look what I made. Look how much bread I made. I made all the money. The older you get, you'll realize you don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. And that's a grown man. You know, you gotta take care of yourself and your family and make sure you keep a roof over your head, keep yourself fed, and don't do dumb stuff. When you young, you a teenager, you young, you worry about what such as to say this, that, this. Don't worry about that. You know, as long as you standing on doing the right things, you'll be all right. I recommend for every young person just go to the military, do 4 years. After 4 years, I recommend the Air Force because they said that's the easy one. I mean, that's the easy one. So take the easy one. You don't got to go in there and be the toughest dude. I know a lot of young dudes, you want to be the toughest one, go there. But it's going to be a lot of rules and regulations, but it's going to give you some understanding on life. And even after 4 years, when you come out, you're going to have some benefits, you know. And if you fill out job applications, you will notice because when you fill out job applications, do you want veteran preference? Are you a veteran? People who ain't veterans ain't getting that. You get a little bit of extra something that's gonna help you along in life. You know, now I'm 50 plus, I don't got any benefits. I'm gonna have to work my whole life unless I hit the lottery. And that ain't gonna happen, you know. I didn't prepare. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know anything. I had to learn the hard way, but now they got the internet. You could go look up anything, ways to make money, you know. You don't have to be the richest, you just gotta have enough to take care of yourself. When you see the guy with the fancy car, the fancy this, they trying to show for you. They ain't trying to show for themselves because all the cars drive the same. They all do the same thing, take you to point A to point B. That's all they do. And then it's just another bill, you know. But like, comment, subscribe. Anything topics you want to hear about, let me know and I'll discuss it. Like I say, my thing is for the young people, and I appreciate your time and understanding. Thanks.